Welcome back to the channel. My name is Karis and you are watching You Don't Scare Me. Today we're going to be checking out Depths of Despair's video, 5 scary ghost videos to watch in total darkness. Hold the phone. Total darkness. How do you like that? Obviously we're going to be watching these videos in total darkness, aside from the light that makes me look like I'm a human and not a zombie. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to get into this. We are also, a quick thing, we are actually doing an investigation. We're hoping this weekend. Yes. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, drop us a like, maybe comment on the video if you like it. If you get anything that you don't like about the video, like the audio quality sucks, maybe the actors suck, or maybe you know, the sound. I said sound already. Yeah. Maybe the fact that I'm rambling sucks. Yeah. Drop us a comment. Anyways, let's get into this one. I've got a lot to go through today. So. Depths of Despair's 5 scary ghost videos to watch in total darkness. It says ghost video specifically, so Endless Stairs doesn't already immediately give me the notion that there's a ghost.
This first video comes from the TikTok page Hockey First.
Okay, it looks like a weird flicker.
Now the creepy thing
probably like a rolling shot. Oh no, there's a light.
Is that they recently started live streaming.
Well, it
and on the live
appear to be that way.
We see a person going down.
I've explained this a lot in previous videos, but for the sake of
with all the lights flickering on their own.
Yeah, we'll just watch this a little bit and then we'll talk about it. Somebody farting in the stairway? What? Is it a door? This sounds like somebody's blowing raspberries. They're streaming on TikTok too. Guy's breathing so much. Ugh. Okay. So here's an interesting thing.
Down the staircase for a long period of time without getting any closer to the bottom. And sometimes things change.
What do you mean swaps to the left side?
At one point, the staircase even swaps to the left side.
Yeah.
During one part of the live stream, a man wearing an all-black cloak can be seen.
We've got a lot to say about this, and none of it's going to be very good.
As if chasing after the man recording.
Weird pause. Good place to add a cut.
Some viewers have said it looks like a simulation, but this was dismissed after seeing his body and legs in the footage, as well as a bit of talking. Some people suggested that it could be a loop, but the footage changes and different things happen ever so often, so it's hard to say.
I've played it, it's dumb.
But it does resemble the game SCP-087, which is...
Okay, that's about as much as I have for that one. Okay, let's get into this. So first and foremost, when you're doing these live videos on TikTok, they don't actually have to be using your camera. You can actually just be like doing a screen grab, basically, or screen record or a screen view. So in a lot of the cases, one of the things that I was planning on doing to promote the channel was to do a live stream where we were like live streaming a ghost hunt, right? And there was a whole bunch of paranormal evidence that was going to appear, like, you know, you got EVPs, you got long, like full body apparitions and things like that. and then have the people who are watching the video live commenting on it, and then going like, "Oh my God, that's crazy!" And it's obviously real because it's live. And then to promote the channel, what we were originally going to be doing, which is basically just debunking every single ghost video that we come across, would be basically we're doing the live stream, and then at some point we would just pull the curtain down. So let me explain that better. That was terrible. So when you're doing things like OBS, you can actually chroma key your background and add videos and stuff, overlays on the background. I realize my fan's been on this whole time. That's probably gonna be so bad in the audio. I'm gonna cut this up because obviously I'm not recording properly because of the. I got the video paused now, so I can actually edit the crap out of this. Let me try this again. One of the things you can do in OBS is you can chroma key your background. So what that means is if you have a green screen up behind you, you can wipe away the entire background. And when you do that, you have the ability to then overlay images on top of that. And so in the case of a chroma key behind me, I might make my background Hawaii, on a video call. You guys have seen these kinds of things before, with Zoom and stuff like that. So one of the things that you can do, and one of the things that I had suggested that we do for our channel to promote it, was to fabricate a crap ton of paranormal evidence and then continuously upload those videos and promote those videos and try to get those videos stuck into channels like Nuke's Top 10 and Sir Spooks, and sort of get people to come over to our channel to watch the crazy stuff that's happening. Then we would start doing some live streams of ghost videos and things like that, or ghost hunts and stuff like that, to get people to drum up more viewership. And then at one point during one of our live streams where we were showing off all this crazy paranormal evidence and garnering a huge following, we would basically just unpin our green screen and drop it to the floor and reveal us sitting at a chair being like, "Hi, you might have thought that was all real because it's a live stream, but in actuality, it's all fake." And you see how we would do that is we basically just use OBS on a green screen. We pre-record all of our stuff like Ricky does. You guys have seen Ricky's videos on here by now. He's the guy that walks around with the SLS camera sometimes, and most recently he's been walking around and doing like crazy, ghosts all the way up in the top of my foyer videos. And so the way that I think he's doing this is that he's pre-recording the chat, basically, or not pre-recording the chat, pre-recording the video. And then when he's doing it live, he's premiering that video as if he's live streaming. And the thing is, too, is you might say, no, because he interacts with the people. Those people could, one, be him interacting with himself. He might have a script or a program or something to just throw those comments in there. "Oh my God, look, a ghost!" And then everybody would, say the same thing and basically lead the viewers into interacting with him in the way that he would. And only one comment is necessary for him to go, "Oh, a ghost? Let me go check." And then basically all he would need to do is they're not going to respond to every single comment that comes through that channel, right? You're going to see 200, 300 messages popping up, boom, 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 boom. Like this guy here, he's not responding to any of those comments, right? But if he responds to one of them, there's so many of them going that people will automatically assume that he's actually doing this for real in real life. He's not. It's a video recording. It's pre-recorded, and he's basically just responding to no comments, and no one's going to go and fact check and see which comments he's responding to. There's 200 comments per second. All he has to do is pretend like he's responding to comments, and then whatever. And to be honest, if he makes the ghosts obvious enough, everyone's going to point them out. And so it's really just he knows the ghost is there. He put it there. He's pre-recorded it and he's replaying it. The easiest way to do that would be to set the video output to a channel that you're playing the video on. The second way I would do that is I would green screen it and then just throw the video up as the chroma key green screen. And no one's going to question it because the video is playing and whatever. And so in this case, what this guy's basically done is he's recorded himself walking down his stairs in, I'm going to assume, maybe like like just by the architecture of the inside and what my rudimentary knowledge of geography based on like video games and stuff like that, I'm gonna say he's in like Portugal or some kind of Brazil, Portugal, Mexico, something like that. Some of those places because their buildings are very concrete and clay, and they also have like these, that blue color in the stairwell. They've painted the concrete. It's not something we really do here in North America. If the stairwells are painted, they're either drywalled first or they're painted white. So I'm going to assume that just based on the structure of the stairs and how like the building looks, it's not really that important. But so what this guy has done is he's basically gone to his house or his apartment or an apartment building that's got lights, and he's walking down the stairs and recording himself walking down the stairs, and then he's just looping it over and over and over again. And then they're like, "Oh, you think it's a loop, but it changes." And it's like, yeah, because like if I cut this particular part of my video and I loop it for like 10 minutes and then put in a second loop of a different style, like I'm just going to change up the stuff, people are going to be like, "Oh my god." Like let's put this into perspective a different way. I'm walking down the stairs, okay? Like this guy. I'm walking down the stairs. I walk down 2 flights of stairs, and then I continue my video, like walking around, right? I have 5 minutes, a 5-minute recording of me walking or running down the stairs and then interacting with the ground floor, right? And then he looks up to record or to look at this guy on coming down the stairs, and then when he pans down, all he has to do is flip the camera or flip the video and then play the loop again, right? So he's running down the stairs again. I hope I hope it's coming across clear enough what I'm trying to say here, but this is total it's bullshit. And being on TikTok, you get people donating. Look at the amount of roses he's got: 19,688 out of 100 goal. This guy has probably been streaming for hours and hours, and people are popping in and they're feeding into this bullshit. And this guy's basically recorded himself running down the stairs and is tricking everybody into thinking that it's some sort of paranormal event. But if you sit here long enough and watch his stream long enough, you'll see the video loop and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. He's not actually running down the stairs, is what I'm trying to say. So it's good. It's good fun. And that's the biggest problem. I say it all the time. The biggest problem I have with these videos. It's fun until you try to pass it off. Then it's fraud. Okay? When Nick and I do our investigation later this week, and when we start, like, because I'm going to be editing that and doing a whole bunch of stuff on that, there is going to be the raw version, which is what you're going to see first, because, that's just the way we are. We want to post that video first. Or, to be honest, you'll probably end up seeing one that's all full of fluff. We're going to add paranormal evidence here and there. We're never going to tell you that it's real. And when we stop telling you that it's fake, it's fucking real. Okay? We're not going to mess with you like that. Our entire channel is based off of debunking this shit. If we get to a point where we can no longer debunk this stuff and it starts happening to us in real life, then it becomes a science experiment. Then it becomes us collecting as much data as we can possibly get to start building a baseline of actual ghost EVPs and stuff, and just comparing notes with other investigators to try to build a foundation of information. Because right now that doesn't exist. There's just a lot of hearsay and anecdotal evidence. We need cold, hard fact. And that's what we're looking to do, right? So when we stop telling you that it's fake, check the disclaimer. Every single time you check the description, it'll say this is just for entertainment purposes. If you want to find out how we did all these these scenes and stuff, we'll have a list and timestamps for all the things that we edited in, and then we'll just teach you. We'll tell you how to do it. We'll have a Patreon where we'll probably like a free Patreon or something, where we just chuck all the extra content, like we did this, we did this, we did this, we did this. This is how we made this, and then we'll teach you how to make ghost videos. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, the moment you start profiting off of it and like basically fabricating this shit to convince people it's real when it's not, is the moment it becomes fraud, and I don't like that.
About a creepy dark staircase that seems never-ending. So what do you think is going on here? Is this a real creepy phenomenon? Or is this just some very good looping? Let me know what you think.
Right.
Haunted school. A brave young man decided to explore an abandoned school located in Mazatlan, Mexico, after hearing various rumors of the place being haunted. Some local residents said that they sometimes see the hallways covered with mist, and strange voices could be heard. They also reported that there was a hidden classroom underground, where kids were kept and mistreated. So this place must have built up some negative energy over time. And after exploring, he captured something that gave him the chills.
Helpful. This thing's probably been uploaded and downloaded enough times that's basically useless. But I'm going to go ahead and guess. It's 3 in the morning. The witching hour. If you guys don't know what the witching hour is, I was prepared to make a video on it, but then it wasn't enough to go on there. So what the witching hour is it's the time of night between the hours of I want to say midnight and 4 a.m. Most often it's 3 a.m. basically. The reason it's 3 a.m. is I believe that it stems from the fact that Jesus Christ was crucified at 3 p.m. and the inverse, they basically inverted it, which is 3 a.m., which is the complete opposite of when Jesus Christ was crucified, and they inverted it for just to say basically the demons and Satan mocks the Trinity, mocks the Holy. Oh, I don't even know how to explain this properly. It requires like a full video to explain, but basically the witching hour is 3 a.m.
After entering the classroom,
what happens is at 3 a.m. ghosts, goblins, witches,
when one of the seats and tables move by itself,
are strongest at that time because it's the opposite. It's the inverse of when Jesus Christ was crucified. So it's said to be a demonic hour. It's total.
But I guess we'll never
bullshit.
know.
It's total bullshit. The witching hour is most. People will wake up at 3 a.m. If you go to bed at a normal hour for a normal person, 3 a.m. is the time where most people will wake up
3rd,
in the middle of the night, as they say.
She decided to explore
because it's like
an
right between their REM
asylum,
sleep, they tend to
along with
hallucinate
some friends and
they tend to
family.
have
The exploration consists of 7 parts,
vivid
but
hallucinations and sounds and stuff like that because they're suddenly woken up in the middle of their sleep.
Take a look.
I haven't paused the video to talk about the last one, but it's stupid. It's just just a string tied around the chair there that was pulled forward, or the desk that was pulled forward.
Bom, a gente tá indo agora pro necrotério. Eu tô, tipo, agora eu tô com medo. Agora eu tô com medo, amiga. Olha isso. Gente, essa parte aqui, por incrível que me pareça, eu achei bem bonita. Eu tiraria uma foto aqui tranquilamente. E aqui é o necrotério. Tipo...
Through the windows inside one of the locked buildings.
No. Oh yeah, this is like I thought that was a rag on the window. No, it's a full person.
Just standing there, staring out at
no,
nothing.
It's more likely
seemed to go
half of their friends
could
standing up there
spirits
watching
of people who were once a part of the asylum,
or just more
by the way
explorers.
They stare out at nothing.
They're not
makes
ghosts.
Me think so. Assuming this is real.
They didn't even seem too like startled by them because they probably knew they were there.
Shadow Man. The next video comes from the YouTube channel Zero Fox FK. Zero Fox decided to make a video showcasing the different vision
the guy
of the Xbox Kinect.
Yeah.
However,
okay.
Upon doing
the Kinect camera
he captures something
is not a ghost hunting tool.
Terrifying.
There are a few reasons why they are not considered a ghost hunting tool. One of the primary ones is that the system needs to be set up in a very particular way. I said particular, a very strange way there. Tangent time. The Kinect camera is not meant to do the things that we make them do where they see ghosts. I'm going to start with the first and foremost is that this guy, first off, this is an overlay. Okay? What he's done is he's recorded the screen of the Kinect camera, and then he's placed an image in the center of that screen over top of what the Kinect sees. And all he's done is he's taken his video and overlaid it on top of what the Kinect video, whatever this thing is. Okay, so then he can do some editing on it and make it look like I can't edit this, it's the Kinect camera. Okay, but one of the first things I want to say about Kinect cameras is SLS cameras cannot be carried around. They can't. You can't do that. Okay, the Kinect camera is specifically designed to sit in a stationary position, just like the Wii motion bar and stuff. They need to sit on a desk in a flat and still position for them to function correctly. They need to be unobstructed. This guy's got a desk in front of his. Okay, not just that, he's got a cell phone in front of his, and it's so blocked. Okay, so one of the things that pisses me off the most about Kinect videos is that you'll see a lot of people walking around with them on a gimbal, on a platform, and then a tablet attached to it, and they're like, "Oh my god, a ghost!" The Kinect camera, its software is expressly designed to capture movement in a still room. Okay, the way it does this is it scans the room and looks for changes. Okay, it looks for changes to determine where somebody might be. Okay, so it throws up a dot matrix on the wall. I'm going to say a dot matrix. It throws up a dot grid on the wall or on the environment, and then it basically measures the distance between those dots that are being moved and then approximates the position of a human. Okay, if the Kinect camera is moving, the dots are moving. And so it doesn't know where the human is because the only way that it works is it works on a still camera. It can't identify the fact that there's somebody moving in this image if everything is moving in the image. It doesn't understand. It's a program, okay? And so in this case, this man's basically, he's flipping through his cameras and then all of a sudden he flips to this one. And this is an infrared, okay? Infrared, and it captured a shadow person, okay? Just off of the core, basic, simplest sense. IR does not pick up on shadows. It's not how it works. So if a shadow person was there, it wouldn't pick up. Now you might be thinking, this guy's got a shadow behind him. That's because it's not a shadow, it's an absence of light being reflected back into the camera. IR works by throwing out light and basically having that laser or that what is it? It's light basically. It takes that light back in, right? So it's casting light. You can see it when you hold up your cell phone. Sometimes I don't know. It's still the same way. To a camera that's got an IR blaster on it or an infrared camera, you can see the red, right? It's casting the light out. It's retracting the light back to itself or reflecting the light back to itself and then interpreting that data. And so in this case, the shadow behind him isn't a shadow. It's the absence of light being returned, so it's being coded as black. Now it's heat, apparently, okay? I'm not aware of the Kinect camera having thermal imaging. I know about it having so if this is the Xbox, not the original Xbox Kinect camera, the 2012 Kinect camera, the later one. If it's the Xbox One Kinect camera, yeah, it's irritating to be honest, because this is just not how the camera works. It's not how it functions. And he's got this large shadow, and you see like his. It's just not even convincing. It's just frustrating. Okay, whatever. You get your 5 minutes of fame on the internet. Undermine the entire field of study. Just
he then goes on to make
throw
another
it at the
video
wall and see what sticks.
explaining
Whatever.
how the aspect ratio changes.
I don't mean to
when
get
he
angry
switches
about this
vision
kind of stuff,
modes.
but like,
So it looks like he's cutting scenes.
so
and
he
editing
he
films,
follows it up, and
but
it's
he
got to be
actually
bigger this
isn't.
time. And this is
So
what I
it's
say
nice,
all the
just a
time.
quick
It's got to
video
be
to clear
bigger this
something
time.
up. I uploaded a
Okay,
video a while ago
so something
showing the different
incredible is
vision
going to
modes that
happen
the
that was
Xbox One
way
Connect can
more
do.
than what happened before.
And a lot of people said it was edited because when
That's
I
what it
switched
is.
to
Okay, if
vision
you
modes,
he's got more
I changed
followers now,
position
and
and my
he's basically
t-shirt
doing this. He's
changed
trying to get more
to a
followers by
completely
tricking
different
them
one.
into thinking he's
I've explained loads
haunted.
of times that this is exactly what happens with the
It's
Xbox One Connect,
he's
and it
preying
changes
on
aspect
stupid.
ratio. But I figured I might as well go one better and show you guys live. So let me just switch on the Kinect now, and like anyone with an Xbox One Kinect can do this themselves and see exactly what I'm talking about. See, I've got another webcam apart from the Xbox Kinect to show that it's all legit and stuff. You You just go down to this. Anyone with a Connect can do this.
I'm missing the context
I'm
from.
still here. I haven't transported to any different alternate universes.
Yeah, that is how it works.
Stuff changes
okay,
position
so there's no.
because it changes aspect ratio.
I want this to be
That's
fun.
crazy,
I want to have fun
As he
with this.
switches vision mode,
But like
a
this
black
is
shadow figure
it's
appears
irritating
in the
to
room,
me.
turning its head
If
to
people
the side
catch something
before
that's
quickly
genuinely
vanishing,
interesting and they post it online,
leaving
I'm
Zero
for
Fox
it.
completely
I'm like, yeah, oh
baffled
wow, it's a
as to
moth,
what
but a
he
cool
just
video.
saw.
But when
So,
people they're
is this a
preying
real
on
shadow figure
stupid
caught on
for
camera?
monetary gain, it's
Or
fraud,
maybe
is
some
what it
good old
is, and
CGI?
it sucks
I'll let
because
you
it's
be the
undermining the
judge.
entire field. Like
If
I
you
want
have any video
scientific data. I want
recommendations, you can
evidence. I
send
don't
them
want
over at depthsofdespair01
somebody posting a fake
@gmail.com.
video and tricking everybody into thinking it's real and
That's
muddying the
not
water.
my wife.
That is, you know,
The next sequence of videos come from the
an
TikTok page.
otherwise
Dude, my house is haunted. Who has been experiencing some strange and unexplainable things happening
anyways, it
within his
undermines an
house
otherwise
over the last 10 years.
it undermines an otherwise difficult subject to study. That's just what it is. It's like it irritates me because like I'm looking for real stuff here and I want this to be real. Great, my camera's frozen. Camera. Now we're back.
The activity wasn't
want this
so
to be real.
bad, so it was
want
easy
ghosts
to
to be
ignore
real.
and carry on with his everyday
I want the
life.
supernatural to be real.
Until just recently,
I want it to be entertaining. I
activity
want to
has
see it.
gotten
I
much
want to
more
interact with it.
intense.
I want to do my
So he
do my
has decided
investigations
to set
myself.
up some cameras
I want to
around
do
the
this kind of
house
stuff, and it
to
just
try and
sucks
capture
when you
these
get so much of
events,
this
thinking
on the internet.
this is the spirit of
It's
his
just
wife who
people
passed
trying to
away
get their
many
5 minutes
years
of
ago.
fame or trying to get
He
famous
often
off
finds
of
things all
tricking
over the
people.
place,
Okay,
and even
and so
sees
like when I
things
go out into the
moving on
field,
their own in the
I
kitchen.
guess there's a few
Just
things that really upset
like
me, and
this.
one of those things is the fact that there's so many people fake it, and I want it to be real, and I'm never going to see it because it's bullshit. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to do my investigations day in and day out, and continue to do my day in and day out, and I'm never going to turn up any evidence, and it just sucks.
Doing renovations, I replaced all this stuff. This dishwasher, this stove, the oven hood there. But this morning, when I came into the kitchen, I noticed the cabinet was open, and then I noticed this chair. So I checked the Ring video, and it definitely.
You centered your frame on it, though.
The refrigerator's been making a god-awful noise. It used to make another god-awful noise.
What does that matter?
The fan bearings were screeching, and it was just such a loud whistle. Sometimes I just unplug it.
This is the first time this happens. It's the last time.
Back in and it would stop doing it, but now it's making.
Okay.
Whoa.
I got a couple of comments to make already. A couple of
It
theories
didn't even
up
move.
to what's happening.
It wasn't even moving.
The first one is that this.
That's the first time that's happened since the last time. Okay.
The latch is faulty.
Be a bit ring, but I wasn't moving. There's nothing on the edge.
Great camera angle. I want to catch camera. I want to catch paranormal evidence. I'm gonna.
There's the magnet clip.
Right down here. Okay. Okay. Sucks. Okay, so let's just start by saying I want to catch paranormal evidence. And if I honestly mean paranormal evidence, I'm here to collect data. Okay. I'm being haunted. Okay. My doors are opening randomly. The other day, actually, I deleted the video already. I don't care. I'm sorry. But my partner and I were sitting on the couch watching Clone Wars, and the closet door popped open, and we were just like, "That's weird." And I should have recorded. I should have kept that recording. It might still be in my recycling bin. Anyways, the point is, it maybe it even uploaded to photos. It might even I might even be able to grab it right now. Hmm. No, it's not here. Unless it's in my trash. It is. Cool. I'll just recover that. I'll throw it in here, I guess. Yeah, I don't have it popping open. Sorry, just to keep that in mind. I don't have it popping open. I just have us sitting on the couch and then being like, that's weird. Why did that happen? But basically, the closet door popped open. Not wrong with you. The closet door popped open, and what I had immediately my immediate hypothesis was because we have a power cable that runs into that closet to keep my vacuum charged. Um, my immediate thought was that the pressure of the door being closed on the cable, eventually it just popped out. And that's totally what happens. So in the case of if he's not faking his pantry doors opening or his cupboard doors opening, a lot of what I've explained before is basically like this. Okay, so you have a frame of a door, and the door sits against the frame. Okay, if two of the points, like let's say the two hinges here, they buckle or they twist, right? So if the back of the door gets too tight or gets like watered or warped or something like that, it will buckle, right? And so what happens is when it buckles, the door twists outward, and so the door will always want to stand in its most relaxed position, which is often open. And because these old houses, when they settle, you'll always find, like, you'll see it at the top of your door actually. As the house settles, it's sort of like the door sometimes that you can't close it anymore, right? Or the weight of the door, like it gets bent downward or something like that, and it tends to want to swing open randomly. A lot of old doors swing open randomly. His pantry doors, his cupboard door is open in this video even before this stuff happens, which leads me to believe that that exact cupboard has some either a latching issue or it's cocked, basically it's twisted, and so it wants to sit in its most relaxed position, which is open. Okay. The second thing is that when you set up a camera here for paranormal evidence, and you're capturing paranormal evidence, and you're convinced you have paranormal evidence, the first thing you don't want to do is block the camera. You are trying to catch evidence of ghosts, and you set up a camera to record at night, assumingly at night, overnight, and all of your evidence could be behind that jacket. Okay? Which immediately tells me that there's something behind that chair you don't want me to see. This one doesn't have a jacket on it, so it's fine, right? But the other one has a jacket on it, which means you don't want me to see behind that. You're blocking my view, okay? Because it's bullshit, and you've got something you need to be blocked. And so in this case, if I were a betting man, and the way that the chair rotates around the point, I would say without a shadow of a doubt that that chair has a rope tied around it, or some kind of string tied around it, or a fishing line, or something. And the chairs, I've seen these chairs before. They're sold all over the place. I'm going to say that they're either they're not heavy chairs. As far as I'm aware, they're oak chairs. A lot of these chairs are oak or pine. They're not dense, or they're not super heavy. Okay, especially if they've got little pads on the bottoms to help them slide across the ground and prevent gouging the ground out and stuff like that. So the point is, moving that chair is very easy. And if you have something like what I have on my desk somewhere, is I have 68-pound fishing line. 68-pound fishing line means I can put 68 pounds of force on that fishing line before it snaps. That's its shearing force, correct? So you tie it around the chair, and you're like, oh, but the chair goes the other direction. Well, that's easy too. There's 2 strings. Okay, 2 strings, easy. Okay, one you've got tied around one of the chair legs, probably the front chair leg, so that you can rotate the chair. And then what you do is you put that string across, and conveniently behind that chair with a jacket on it, okay? And you put it through the door handle or through an anchoring point, and then you pull it against that anchoring point. And what it'll do is that anchoring point is going to pull the chair always. If I'm sitting over here and I've got a string and the string's over here, if I pull that chair, it's going towards this point. Not towards me, towards this point, because that's where the tension is on the string. So it pulls all the way to that point, and then I've got the other string in my hand. And so all I do, and I did this before, I've done this before in one of my other videos, is basically you pull the string forward and then you use the other string and you pull it off to the side. And you're like, no way, that's, it's just snatch blocks, it's pulleys, it's just physics. You can just do that, okay? And you can do that for a lot of things, okay? I've had multiple different strings attached to multiple different things and trying to getting them to be animated in particular ways that makes it seem like there's nobody behind the counter sitting on their ass getting ripping bottles out of cupboards. But the fact of the matter is that that's what's happening here, okay? He's started this whole charade by blocking the camera, which tells me it's fake right away. Okay, and then the lack of tangible evidence here, the only thing that's moving is the object that is in the frame. It's not coming from the other side of the frame. It's not coming from the outside and coming into the kitchen. Another thing, if you're going to be catching paranormal activity like this, attach the camera to the roof of your bloody room. That way you get the most data possible. Okay, and if you can manage it, if you can afford to get 2 cameras and have 2 points set up 2 points, because it's hard to fake something from 2 perspectives as it is to fake it from one, and especially in still cameras like these. So if you can do that, you might actually have a real ghost video. But this is bullshit. Now the video is 40 minutes long. That's the problem, right? When you start pausing videos to start having a tangent. Oh yeah, I forgot about that stupid.
A chair in the kitchen
that's
can
just
be
an
seen
that's just an overlay.
sliding and turning around on its own.
Lower the opacity, throw it on
until
there,
a
and
mist-like
then
figure
let compression
manifests
do the rest of the
itself
work.
and
Sometimes,
violently
I have
throws the
really
chair
crisp
across the
4K
room.
footage of myself in
Now,
Scotland
after
faking a
this,
ghost video.
he seriously
And
begun to
to
doubt
mask
that
it
this
more, I
entity
put
could
a
be his long-lost
compression
deceased wife.
filter on it to make it look
And a
like
few
it had been
days
uploaded
later,
and downloaded and uploaded
things
again.
got even more terrifying.
Oh, and now you're crying.
And after this, he was certain that this was not his wife.
Remember I said I didn't know how I'd react if this thing started touching me?
This guy's a idiot.
Oh, jeez, he's crying.
Oh my god. There's no ghost, dude, and what is this, like a pathological liar getting caught on his own shit and then getting worked up himself? Like, listen, I want to take it on faith that you have a ghost in your place, but this is like those TikTok videos again. Those TikTok videos where they set themselves up. I'm having the most dramatic breakdown of my adult life. It's like you set up the camera to have a cry. Wasn't caught candid, okay? And so.
Me, I froze.
This guy is having he's having a laugh on you. I'm sorry, guys. This guy is full of shit. If he's honest and he's genuine about this, it's really hard for me to take it on.
This is what happened earlier that day.
As fact. Okay? I'm sorry about getting angry about these things, but again, I say I want this stuff to be real. And people like this who are just preying on people who and just because he's crying doesn't mean it's true. I can fake cry whenever I want. I can cry on a drop of a hat, okay? And I can do that. I want this to be real.
That felt like somebody's right standing behind me. There was somebody right behind me.
Dude, you're full of shit.
Was right here. Like they were really tall.
This is bad acting, man. Like I appreciate what you're
frozen.
like,
I couldn't move.
I don't appreciate it at all. I'm trying to make it seem like I'm less of an asshole because this guy I'd be having an experience. But like, you're gonna get your 5 minutes of fame. You're gonna shed a tear. I wonder how much money he's been making off of this. Like, you get enough people to watch your shit, eventually you can monetize your videos and make profit off of them. And his videos is obviously he's making money off of them, and he's continuing to amp it up. Okay. This is a rudimentary.
After feeling the presence
it's like
of
a
something
pathological
evil
liar
standing behind him,
and
hearing
people who have
whispers
to like
of
amp it up
tormented
more and more and more
souls
just to
suffering,
like garner more and more
he is
attention.
absolutely
When
sure
you have
that
something
this
that's
is not
like,
his wife.
you know, oh, I caught a cool
And after
picture of
catching
something,
the
and then
attic
the
door
next video
slamming
you're
shut
getting
by
chairs thrown at
itself,
you.
he
You basically have to
thinks there
keep
could be
pumping
something
it up. You have to keep
horrifying
making it bigger
living
and bigger
up
and
there,
bigger and bigger and bigger,
and that
or else people will
perhaps
lose interest. And that's
these
what's
lost
happening here.
souls
It's
were
like he's just
also
got to
made
amp
to
it up.
suffer
And then
and
when
be
you have these
trapped
people
in
who
the
are
attic.
like
I think this could very
genuine,
well be the
people who are
case.
genuine and have
But let me
genuine
know what you
problems
guys think.
are getting sidelined by people like this who are just releasing bullshit videos. And then you go on the ghost subreddits and it's just like you can't get an answer for a paranormal experience that you have because everybody's on there posting pictures of their fucking mirrors and
Bonus
shoes and being like,
rocking
oh,
chair.
what do you think? And it's like, what do you mean?
In
What do you
this
think? Can you
short
give us some
video,
fucking
a
context?
girl was recording her little brother playing with their dog on just an average ordinary day, when suddenly the boy notices something and points to it. She then pans the camera over, and what they capture is quite chilling. Take a look.
This is a kid. Okay. See how pronounced and directed the light is?
As the boy points and she pans the camera over,
I'm going to tell you what this is, what I think this is. This is a kid,
but the creepiest thing about
making a horror movie
is that a shadow figure
in like
looks as if it's
Brazil
sitting
or
on
something.
the armrest of the chair,
and he
before
wants to
getting
be
up and
a
walking
film
along the wall.
He wants to be a
No other
director at some point, a
information was
horror director or
provided,
something
so
like
we
that.
are left to wonder.
The pronounced
just
and long
what could they
screams
see
is very
And is
indicative
it
of
real?
a that's gonna do that one. It's very indicative of the of like a what do you call it? An indie film producer. Second off, it's very easy. Okay, all you got to do is like here's bloody hell. You know what it is? It's like I don't know. There's something. It's a brand new camera, but there's like something wrong with the cable. So when I tap, I don't know, maybe not. Whatever. Yeah. So I've got a light here, right behind the camera here, that's lighting up my face and making me visible in the videos. And then obviously you can see a shadow back here. Okay, so that's all they're doing is they're just lining up the chair, and then somebody's, ooh, it's a ghost. But that's not a ghost video, but because it's in a foreign language, Americans are going to take advantage of that, and they're going to be like, it's a ghost. And it's like, it's not a ghost. You just took the video out of context. You cherry picked a piece of information that you thought you could create a story to, and in actuality, if you translate the dialogue in a lot of these videos, it's not at all what's happening. So anyways, I managed to take a 20-minute video and turn it into a 50-minute video. And I've got a lot of stuff to go through today, so I'm going to close this one out and consider maybe not pausing the video, because if I have to explain the video as the videos are going, I tend to get through these videos faster, and now I have a 50-minute video to edit and put on YouTube. But it's just like, it's so hard to explain these things when you don't pause. Anyway, I digress. Thanks for tuning in. If you made it this far into the video, I'm sorry. And thank you. Primarily, thank you. And I'm sorry for your loss of time. I'm not always the most entertaining person to watch. And today I was pretty irritated at these videos. Anyways, that's going to do it for today. Don't forget to hit the like button. Maybe hit the dislike button. If you didn't like what you saw, hit the dislike button. It's important for us because we want to make sure that we're giving you guys the content that you want to see, as well as making videos that we want to make, right? And so if we're making videos and we're trudging through them and nobody likes them and we don't like them, it goes a long way for us to understand that and switch up our strategies. Maybe if the video is too long, see, that's another one of the analytics that we get. If the video is too long, we can see when people click off of the video, and then we can watch the video back and go, okay, they're probably bored, or like, you know, things aren't pacing very well. So then we can go back and trim them up and fix whatever it is. And so, like, for the most part, all we can see is when people click off, what the click-through rate is, where these viewers are coming from. So we would very much like some feedback on our videos. If you guys want to give us that, just drop a comment below. Maybe even private message us if you can. I've never done that on YouTube, so I don't know how that works. Or send us an email at youdontscaremeyt@gmail.com and just give us your 2 cents, and we'll be more than happy to change the way that we do these things. Because right now we're just doing what we want and throwing it at the wall and seeing what sticks, just like that guy earlier. Yeah. Okay, thanks, bye, I guess. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave us a comment about what you think. If you have any videos you want to share with us, send us an email at youdontscaremeyt@gmail.com. See you in the next one.